So you know Toph is able to detect who the next Metalbenders are? How, you might ask? Isn't she blind?
Can't you watch where you're...
No.
As we know throughout this series, Toph can see all around her and arguably better than people with eyes. She can tell if someone is lying, calculate people's fighting stances for bending attacks, and can even see underground. But something we didn't know is that Toph is more sensitive than we once thought. Keeping all these abilities in mind, if we go to chapter 2 of the Promise comic, we see Toph open up a metalbending school in an abandoned firebending one. She takes on 3 different earthbenders with talent for metalbending. Their names were Ho-Tun, Penga, and the Dark One. So how was Toph able to measure their aptitude for metalbending? Let me know if you guys remember the sad scene. The mysterious metal rock material that fell from the sky, remember? Well yeah, if you do remember, after Sokka made his sword, Toph actually kept a piece for herself and made it into a bracelet. During the scene in the comic with Sokka and Toph, she explains why the bracelet helps her. She says,
About a year ago, I noticed that every now and then when I was in public, my bracelet would shiver the tiniest bit.
After this is explained, the students still struggle to metal bend, let alone move a single coin. So Sokka and Toph tried training them together. This was important because the original firebending teacher and their students come back to the original school to reclaim their land. So in an effort to settle things, they were going to have a showdown. In another scene, she also mentions that this vibrating from her space bracelet happens when metal benders are super emotional.
Eventually, I figured out that this would happen when someone around me got super emotional. So I had an idea. Maybe these people who could move my brace could also become metal benders.
So because of this, Sokka and Toph try to scare the students with their own personal fears to try and trigger their bending abilities. Since the monster the two of them created was made out of metal, the tactic actually failed.
Then you're a loser!
So in the morning, right before the fight, the students somehow miraculously learned metal bending on their own.
Beifong metal benders, attack!
And were said to have been inspired by a speech Toph gave about actually believing in them when Sokka and Toph had a private conversation away from the students.
Woo! Toph, you rule.
So, in the end, she was right. All of her students eventually learned to metal bend with the help of her and Sokka, which is amazing since it already adds to her already powerful character. Be sure to let me know your favorite ability that Toph has in the comment section below, and be sure to follow me for more Avatar content. Deuces.